What is up, everybody? This is the Wild Nutrition Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Heskett, and this is episode 108. All right, we got another Coffee Talk Friday, and today's episode is all about training and nutrition when you're sick, because I'm sick. As always, this is unedited, unfiltered, and we're going to just kind of throw a timer up. I'm actually going to do the timer today because I'm short on time. So if my voice sounds a little funny, it's because I am sick while doing this podcast. Been sick for about a week now, which is super fun. So this is common this time of year, somewhere between November and February, March. Weather sucks. Everyone's inside. You have family and friends coming all over inside. You don't know where they've been or who they've been in contact with, and that's how germs spread. Yay! So people get sick. It's literally what happened with us. Someone came over to visit the girls, found out after she was already in that her husband's been super sick in bed for 3 days. I'm like, great. So in 72 hours, we're probably going to be sick. Guess what happened? Yep, about 72 hours later, all of a sudden started feeling like shit. And here we are. So this is also something that we're dealing with clients right now, with a handful of them getting sick or even travel. Stuff like that. Travel is also a time where you can get sick, or things just throw you for a loop, which this is one of those things that will throw you for a loop with your plan. If you've just started off or you're in a new phase and you're excited for results and all of a sudden you get sick or something happens which throws you off plan, it can be really frustrating. So I haven't worked out in about a week. Super frustrating, but at the same time, you need to let your body recover. So let's just go over a couple things real quick. First of all, do not push your body while it's sick. It's already stressed out enough. It's telling you not to do it. And if you go to the gym, one, you're probably going to get other people sick, which nobody's going to be very thankful for that. But when you do intense workouts, and not even moderate to intense workouts, so don't even have to think like CrossFit HIIT style workouts, like moderate to high intensity workouts, you're going to depress your immune system temporarily. Now, this is normal, this is healthy, it actually helps build up your immune system when done under normal circumstances. But when you're sick, that's not normal circumstances. You're sick. So during that time, you can let the infection really set in, because all of a sudden there's a temporary dip in the immune system and everything can go haywire. This goes from being able to work out and in a week to all of a sudden now it's 2 weeks, now it's 3 weeks, a month later that you're actually getting to work out, because as soon as you start feeling better, you go to the gym, work out, and then a couple days later, you feel like garbage again and you're bedridden again. And that's going to decrease quality of life in other ways. You're not going to spend as much time with your family, friends, kids. You're going to be sick. You're going to fall behind on work. You're not going to perform as well. If there's a big meeting or anything, things are going to start to add up if you just keep pushing, or you're going to end up, God forbid, in a worse situation where you might actually have to go to the hospital. So when it comes to getting sick, we want to follow a general rule of, if it's from the neck and up, it's okay to do some workouts after you've recovered 80%. So not before, on the tail end. If it's from the neck down, in your lungs, in your chest, that kind of thing, or you're super nauseous, you probably shouldn't work out. So what you should do here is spend that time you would normally spend working out and take a nap. Let your body recover. Sleep is a great recovery tool. So hydrate, eat well if you have an appetite, and recover. Don't try to push your body harder than it needs to. One, you'll find that your workouts absolutely suck. You're not really making any progress. So it's one of those, take one step back to move 2 steps forward. You can either let your body recover, and a week later, 10 days later, get back in the gym. Or you can spend, which I did in college, like an entire month basically off and on being sick, because every time, as soon as you feel better, you're back in the gym and you're like, I'm gonna like make up lost time. You don't. You just end up getting sick again because you keep depressing your immune system. Also remember that a lot of people are going to be sick. So if you're like, as soon as you're like semi-recovered, you go in and you just destroy your body, you're depressing that immune system, and guess what? You're going to get sick again. So you also have to be smart about your training sometimes, which is why you shouldn't be training like super, super intensely all the time, because it sets you up for getting sick. When it comes to your nutrition, the main focus here is getting in the calories that you need to recover. When you have a fever, guess what? Your metabolism's actually skyrocketed. It's boosted up. It's trying to build all the immune cells, and it's trying to burn off whatever bacteria, virus, etc. is inside of you. So one of the functions of the fever is to stop those cells, basically cook those bacteria. So to do that, what does your body need to do? It needs to burn a ton of calories. So this is why some people can lose a ton of weight while being sick. So you don't need to worry like, oh, well, I don't want to ruin my fat loss results. The best thing you can do is just eat. If you can get calories in, get calories in. Eat whatever. Don't worry about your protein and your perfect macro ratios and count. Just eat. Take some time off of counting stuff. Have soup, broth, soda, like the ginger ale, whatever your body is tolerating. Eat that, and then all of a sudden you're going to be fine. You're going to find that you probably don't really gain any weight, and then once the sickness is over, all of a sudden your appetite comes back, like roaring back. So do be aware of that, like it's going to come roaring back usually, and that's a good sign like you are basically fully recovered. So you need to kind of control that, because you've probably been eating way fewer calories because your body's it doesn't want to spend all that energy digesting food. It wants to put that energy to fighting off this infection, so it decreases hunger signals. So focus on getting well. Eat what you can when you can. Don't work out. If you feel okay, you can go for walks, low intensity exercise, yoga, walking, Pilates, things like that. Those can actually help boost your immune system. So if you're feeling okay, your lungs aren't totally messed up where like the cold air is causing you to hack a lung, you can do those things. But low intensity, a casual walk, not a brisk walk. And I say that because I've worked with so many clients that I know that if I say, hey, you can go for a walk, I'm going to get a message back like, you said I could do this, but now I feel even worse. Like, what did you do? Well, I tried to walk at 3.5 miles an hour with a 20-pound weight vest. Like, that's not a walk. A walk is like, take your dog out for a quick, easy walk. At like 2 miles an hour, just a casual walk you can have a normal conversation with. And if you're struggling to have a conversation, especially while sick, then you need to slow down. Oh, I did for an hour. Maybe you shouldn't have done it for an hour. And my thing is, go to sleep instead. Take that time. You're exhausted. Go take a nap. Because a lot of times I will hear that from home. And it's like, well, the kids and this and that, and like, no, you need to take care of yourself. So instead of spending that time working out or doing X, Y, and Z, stay in bed an extra hour or go take a nap. If you work out at 10 a.m., like, okay, guess what? That's nap time. Go take a nap. Go lay down. Relax for that hour. Just set the alarm. Guess what? Normal days, you wouldn't be doing anything at that time anyways, so just go lay down and do that. If, for whatever reason, you can't fall asleep, go take a bath or a hot shower and just relax. Let your body recover. The whole point here is recover. Don't do an ice bath, hot bath, hot shower, let that steam do its magic. Again, I bring this up because a lot of people will try to push it when they feel like they're going to fall off track, so they have to continue to go to the gym. They have to continue to stick with their diet. They have to continue with all these things while they're sick. You don't. In fact, it's going to put you further behind, and you're going to get frustrated, and that's where you're going to give up, because it's going to be 4 weeks later, and you're still not back on track. Take the 7 to 10 days, back off, recover, and then get back to it. Now, if you are around people that are sick, just know that, okay, I was exposed to something. Really intense workouts are going to depress your immune system. So if you realize, I might get sick in a handful of days here, maybe back off your workout some. This will help you not let that sickness set in. It's not saying you won't get sick, but it won't be as bad. It's not going to come roar on. It's like, oh, my throat's a little scratchy. Okay. I now have time to know that this is setting in. I need to back off my workouts. And then maybe you do have to take some time off. Or it's like, it never really got that bad. I just had to back off a little bit, and then I got back into things. Whew. It is, it's a little challenging talking right now. Being sick myself. So, a couple things. Once you are, or you're going to be sick, a few things. I like to have elderberry syrup on hand. That's been shown to, as natural remedies. Obviously, if things get bad, go with modern medicine. If you need, antibiotics or anything stronger, use those things. But if you're going the natural remedy, which these generally work best, you get ahead of things. So if you're waiting, you're like, oh, Chris said to do this, and it's already set in, it's kind of a little too late. So I like to make lemon ginger tea, lemons, fresh ginger, honey, that has a lot of antibacterial things, anti-mucosal, it just helps you feel better, and then it's hydrating. Antiviral properties, so anti-inflammatory properties. So I'll use that. That'll help hydrate. It's kind of like the replacement for ginger ale. We'll use elderberry syrup. You can use zinc. However, big asterisk here, don't take zinc pills. So zinc works best as a spray. So keep that in mind. So zinc has to come in contact with the flu virus. That's usually where you see this. So it needs to coat the back of your throat. So if you're taking capsules and you're just downing zinc, if you don't need the extra zinc in your life, you might be setting yourself up for having zinc overload, which is not good because it's going to decrease the amount of copper in, I think. Zinc and copper, I think, compete. My brain's not working 100% right now. But you need to use more like a spray or a lozenge, not just pills. And I've seen that where people are like, oh yeah, I was taking 3 zinc pills a day. That's really not good for you. That's not good at all. It's not doing anything. So, lozenge or spray. There's a few other remedies out there. The other thing is make sure you continue taking your vitamin D, and if you can tolerate it, a multivitamin I like, because a lot of times you're going to decrease how many calories you're eating. So you're probably not going to get all the vitamins and minerals in you need per day. So if your stomach tolerates it, a multivitamin can help make sure you get all the vitamins and minerals in to help your immune system fight off this infection, to get you healthy faster. You don't need super special things. Obviously, vitamin C can be helpful. Vitamin C supplements, hit or miss. But you can, make fresh squeezed orange juice. I'll do an electrolyte drink, so I'll squeeze 2 oranges in as the flavoring with sodium or salt, potassium, and magnesium. Helps get the vitamin C in, especially since, again, not eating as much as usual. But if you can tolerate normal food, eat normal food. We're doing a lot of soups right now, obviously. can be challenging with kids, but you just eat what you can. You limit exercise, only get back once you're pretty much recovered, and you just kind of like wait it out, and then you get back on track. So the point here is, don't try to jump the gun and get back into things early. You're just going to make it harder on yourself. You're not actually going to get any results. Like, you're just probably going to go backwards, because your capacity to recover from workouts, there's a 15-minute mark, your capacity to recover is diminished. Your body can either try to fight off the infection or can try to recover from your workouts. So it's not going to really recover all that well from the workouts, because it's going to prioritize fighting off the infection. That means you're going to be at a higher risk of injury if you keep going back to the gym and you're not recovering. And you're going to continue to depress that immune system. So if you get sick, which I hope you don't, but if you do, and you're like me right now, take that time away from the gym, recover, take naps, hydrate, eat what you can, and then once it's done, then you can get back to the gym. But if you do it that way, you're going to get back to the gym faster than if you try to just keep going to the gym because I can't miss my workouts. Well, you're going to be miserable, and you're going to be so sick that you're going to be absolutely bedridden. You're going to have to not only miss work, but also all your workouts. And if you can't work from home, remember, if you're trying to force it, it's better to take like a day or two off of work for being sick than to keep going in and get so sick that you have to take 10 days, 14 days, 21 days off of work if you don't get that sick leave, which I know some people do. So it's a balancing act. It's better to take like one vacation day or one sick day, actually recover, or a couple days, recover, and then you can get, instead of like 3 weeks of losing work. Anyways, as always, if you enjoyed the episode, please leave a review and rate it 5 stars, as that helps push the show out for other people to find it. And I do go through weekly and look at the reviews and anything you guys leave. Hope you have an amazing Friday, and hopefully I get over this sickness. If you are sick, I hope you also get over being sick. And if you're not sick, I hope you don't get sick this season.